Today, we're going to be seeing who will win the Champions League, but teams are only allowed to use players from their academies or players that come through their academies. The likes of Lionel Messi, Xavi, Busquets will all be back at Barcelona, Rashford, Bobby Charlton, George Best will be at Manchester United, Ronaldo, futcrunch will be back at Sporting Lisbon. And as for teams like Man City and PSG, their teams are a little bit muddied now that they can't spend every single penny on any player they want. So I've simulated the groups. Let's see who's going to make it through to the knockout round. Bayern Munich cruised through in first position, as expected. And now that Man United do not need to use Maguire and Onana, of course they make it through the Champions League this time. Group B, and one of the favourites for the tournament, Johan Cruyff's Ajax topped the group as expected, and Arsenal shortly behind in second place. Group C and Real Madrid have also progressed with 13 points, with a front line of Raul, Samuel Eto'o and Emilio Butragueño. But topping the group is Sporting Lisbon, who also have the firepower of Cristiano Ronaldo and Paulo Futre. Will them two be enough to see Sporting win it? Group D, and it's Atletico Bilbao in second place, who have one of the best academies in the world. Probably didn't know this. And topping the group, who are probably dark horses in this competition, Benfica, who are 6 from 6, who have the likes of Bernardo Silva, Ruben Diaz, Renato Sanchez, Rui Costa as well. Group E, and Fernando Torres pulls through Atletico Madrid through to the knockout stages, his boyhood club, along with Rodri, Thomas Partey, who also come through the academy. But Liverpool were the ones to top the group, with Steven Gerrard McManaman and Raheem Sterling. They're definitely going to be a team to watch out for. Group F, and Maldini's Milan could only finish second. They only missed out on top spot by a point. The Thierry Henry and Mbappe's Monaco. They also have the likes of Emmanuel Petit and Julie patrolling the midfield. Now into Group G, where PSG qualified. Little do you know, they actually have some very good academy players like Coman, Yarbi, Christopher Nkunku, Mainan, Kimpembe. Shame they don't know how to use them. But there is also a shock on, as Genk are 2 points ahead of Manchester City going into the last group game, meaning Man City need to win this last group game to qualify for the knockout stages. Genk have one of the best academies in the world. They've produced the likes of De Bruyne, Courtois, Trossard, Bokorigi, Benteke. It's not bad for a small team in Belgium, but Man City couldn't do enough. And a front three of Foden, Sancho and Brahim Diaz, who all played in the academy together, as well as Jeremy Frimpong, could not get through the group stages. And into our last group, Group H, Barcelona of course were going to top the group and have the likes of Messi, Xavi, Busquets, Carlos Puyol. But they were also in a group with Dinamo Zagreb and Porto, with Dinamo Zagreb level on points with Barca, but obviously Barca going through on goal difference. This Zagreb team have the likes of Modric, Gvardiol, Kovacic and Dejan Lovren, which edged out Porto, who will be going home at the group stage phase. We will now go to our first round of 16 game, Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich. Two of the favourites, two of the heavyweights of the competition, but one of them will be going home. We're going to leave it to Peter Drury to commentate on this one.
Thanks, Molox. We have a mouth-watering tie between two giants. Who's going to come first? Not going to lie, the game was a snooze fest, seen more in enjoyment in an old people's home than this. The game ended 0-0, so after penalties we go. I hope I'm getting paid overtime for this Molox. Parejo slots it home. Emre Can misses. Calm finish by Eto'o. Alaba slams it in the top corner. Raul with a great finish. Bastion misses. All down to Butragueño, now who smashes it home. Bayern are eliminated at the first knockout phase.
We would then go to our next round of 16 game, which was Arsenal versus Barcelona. Another giant would be going home already, but would it be Bukayo Saka going through, or Lionel Messi? And Arsenal would have the first chance. Serge Gnabry plays it into Iwobi, but Pini makes sure he gets his hands to it. And it's a great bit of play into Pedri, who finishes it. And Barcelona go 1-0 up at the Emirates. And that's Pedri looking for Arsenal's European Cup. Arsenal down the other end, quick freak from Iwobi. And Smith Goat puts Arsenal on level terms. Couple of minutes into the second half, Pedri. Good bit of skill, Xavi into Messi. And of course, he had to mug it with the celebrations. And that would be enough to send Barcelona through. Arsenal still haven't won a European Cup. But in other news, grass is green. Another mouth-watering round of 16 tie now, where it's Manchester United versus Monaco. And the only goal coming from Thierry Henry to knock Manchester United out and to maybe help Mbappe win his first Champions League trophy. Genk Sporting Lisbon, and unfortunately it'd be the Belgians that went home disappointed. A rare goal from Eric Dyer of all people was enough to send Genk home and out of the Champions League. And there's been a shock at the Metropolitano as Atletico Madrid have beaten Johan Cruyff's Ajax in the round of 16. Not what you'd expect with a team of Cruyff, Rijkaard, Bergkamp. And of course, as expected, bottle jobs of Europe, PSG went out to Atletico Bilbao. But there's no shame in that. There was another shock as Maldini's Milan had eliminated Benfica. Benfica had one of the strongest squads as well. And now we're into the quarterfinals. The first game is Monaco versus Atletico Madrid, where I'll be passing you over to Derek Ray.
Thanks, Malarks. Torres is through, and Torres scores 1-0. Mbappe plays through Henry. Chance for Henry, and he's bottled it. And again, he's bottled it. The melt. Torres down the wing, sweats it for Coque. It ends 2-0 to Atletico here.
One Madrid team have gone through. Now can Real replicate that against Sporting Lisbon, with a former player looking to get one over him in Cristiano Ronaldo? With coverage from Peter Drury at the Bernabeu.
Thanks, Malarks. Quick start here as Ceballos put Madrid one up, then gets on his knees.
Whoa, hey.
Chance for Ronaldo and goal for Ronaldo 1-1. Madrid, 6 minutes later, Butrajuno puts them ahead. Big goal from the little man. Chance for Ronaldo, but it's saved then. Another one off the line. Madrid make it through to the semis. I do love a semi.
Liverpool versus Bilbao. Will there be a third Spanish team through to the semi-finals? But it was a very, very boring game. A snooze fest, if I must say. But it ended 1-1, meaning that this game had to go to penalties. Some geezer from Bilbao put them 1-0 up, or Super Sub Suso put them back 1-1. Or I'll hand you over to Derek Ray, who's going to do the penalties.
Gerrard slips it home. Herrera smashes it. Long hair geezer scores. Spanish dude goes down the middle. Sterling tucks it away. Williams tries the dink and is denied. That's how you Panenka. Saved by Kelleher, and Loserpool are in the semis.
Now into our last quarter-final game, and there's only one spot remaining. Either Barcelona or AC Milan will be going into the semi-finals. And again, it would be another snooze fest. This time, there was no goals from either team. And we would go to penalties, where it would go all the way down to some of the last penalty takers. And it was up to Maldini to keep Milan in the game. But Pini had other ideas and instead become a Barcelona hero, who puts them into the Champions League semi-finals. And our first Champions League semi-final, two Spanish giants in Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. Will a Messi masterclass put them into the final, or would there be tactical genius from Diego Simeone? And well, let's just say Barcelona started off in the worst possible way. Rodri with a towering header at the back post. Then it was some neat play on that left-hand side. A cut back to Rodri, who smashes it in with his left foot from just inside the box. Atletico were running riot into the second half, and Carlos Puyol with a bullet header would pull one back for Barcelona. But it would be short-lived as Atletico Madrid would score again. And then Rodri would make it 4-1 with a great header. He's really good at giving head. And there was the full-time whistle as Atletico Madrid had won the game 4-1. And we're now off to the Bernabeu to see who will be joining them in the final. And it started off with Real Madrid dominating. Good save from Kelleher. And a ball was clipped back post. And of course, Real was going to be Trent in the air. Not quite sure what Trent's doing here, by the way. Liverpool rarely threatened. And Madrid would go and get a second. And then to rub salt into the wounds, Samuel Eto'o would burst through the defence, finish calmly to put Madrid in the final. meaning we have a final of Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid. Peter Drury and Derek Ray will all be commentating on the game together.
Champions League final with Peter Nance.
It's Drury, you wet wipe.
Early chance for Madrid, and it's slammed home by Butra. The little man gives a lot.
Corner for Madrid, and it's a second goal. Poppadom, hands from the keeper. He needs to strengthen them, hands the little melt.
Chance for Torres, but he bottles it again. He really is a poor man's Oisland. The whistle goes, and Madrid are the Champions League winners. Back to you, Mullarks.
So there we have it. Real Madrid have the best academy, according to the Champions League, of course. Real Madrid have probably been the best team throughout the whole of it. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, comment,